It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely.
Intern Shane, thank you for the heads up. Yeah, it looks like, they just started Twitter. Twitter said that they just, permanently banned Donald Trump from using Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said that the other day.
I thought they let him back on for a while.
He just posted something the other day.
They let him back on.
Approved a post because it was what they wanted him to say.
He posted another video.
Nope, I'm getting it from One American News. Twitter permanently bans Trump's Twitter account.
Okay.
So they permanently violated his First Amendment rights.
And this is why.
So seriously, could they be sued for a First Amendment breach?
Well,
No,
here's the
because
thing.
that's the private company, and they have no duty.
But
to do that.
here's what can happen eventually, and this is what needs to happen with social, especially the big giants. They are acting as they are provided platform status. They are acting as publishers right now.
230.
Okay, and they don't pay taxes. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, they do.
No, not really.
I mean,
Yes,
They are considered a utility. So like take AT&T.
That's a utility.
No,
the carrier is a utility.
Right. Well, they get the same status as AT&T as a utility. Do you see what I mean? Now imagine AT&T. You're having a phone call with somebody. Hey, how you doing? Hey, go Trump. Sorry, we're disconnecting this phone call. Okay? It's just, they get the same status.
They're called drop calls.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, your reception's low right now.
Crickets.
So I'm telling you, and if they don't fix it, but hey, there's other sources out there. Parler, okay, Parler's booming. But here's the problem with going to the other platforms like Rumbler instead of YouTube, BitChute instead of YouTube, Parler instead of Twitter, Freedom Book instead of Facebook, or Gab instead of Facebook.
Freedom Book.
Right. Now you are just you're preaching to the choir. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly
It
right.
splits
that's
everybody
true.
into their own bubbles.
Right.
Right. You're going to have liberals are all going to hang out on Twitter because that's where they're allowed to be.
Right.
All the conservatives are going to migrate to this, and nobody's going to talk to each other.
Exactly, and that's the problem with ban them, ban this. How dare he support him? First of all, I mean, that just sounds ridiculous and biased, but at the same time, yeah.
So-
The conversations are just going to go away.
Does freedom of speech mean only that which I agree with? And who decides what you get to agree with?
Whatever
Public
fit the
platform.
motive at the time.
Fit the motive. Follow the money.
That's it.
Hey, this is a number one reason why we have to empower the youth. We're trying to fix, and I don't mean this derogatory towards anybody, age group or gender or culture or anything.
Old people.
Oh, he's about to say something bad.
I'm just saying, trying to fix us or a bunch of other adults is almost like watching paint dry. It's like we got to, you know what I'm saying? We almost have to just focus on the youth and like build them, train them, teach them, raise them, because they're the only ones that's right now that's really going to probably absorb some of what we trying to put out. Trying to tell a 40-year-old man who got 5 kids or 9 kids or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you empower the youth when it comes to social media?
TikTok.
No,
So-
don't do it.
Yeah, they just y'all got to get on TikTok.
I truly believe,
Forget the
number
old
one,
stuff.
it starts at home.
They do.
It starts at home, number one. 2, it starts with being responsible with people that's in your circle. Anybody, any student or former student that I'm in contact with, I'm aware. I try to be aware of myself, and I'm going to promote and teach and train and motivate to do the right thing even when no one is looking, and I'm going to feed knowledge and information, right? And I'm not going to force it. I may put something on social media. Here, this is what happened. Videos, pictures. You make your decision.
Nudes.
So I'm gonna get, Well, no. If you see what I put on Instagram and stuff like that, I'm putting stuff on there, right?
Yeah.
I'm putting what's on there. I'm gonna let you make. I'm gonna give you all the facts, but I'm gonna let you come to your own decision. And I'm not gonna. I don't want a bunch of Coach Chestnuts running around.
Oh, you mean
understand?
what
Yeah.
the news is supposed to do? Here are the facts. You decide. for
Right, but I'm
yourself.
giving you.
Right.
I'm giving you pictures, videos from many sources, not
You,
just
you
one
don't put your own opinion on it. This is what
There-
you really.
if
meant
I
by
do,
that?
it's normally something like "Don't come at me crazy," something like that.
Oh,
Or
you would-
because that's what happens. I'm like, people get real cocky over the internet.
But
And-
when,
Yeah, of
course
when
they
that
do.
video says, or whoever it is says, I say ABC, you said, well, what they really mean is EFG.
That's not my problem.
Oh, you
It's-
don't do that?
It's for you to do your own research. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put the information out there.
Well, you would never make it an ABC, CBS.
I'm not gonna make it a lot of. I'm not for everybody. I understand, but what I do know is invest in the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a
Yeah.
better chance.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorite movie quotes is this: "I can only show you the door. It's on you to walk through it."
Makes perfect
And
sense.
and these youth, they have their own. I have students that's pro Trump. I have students that's pro Biden. When we have a debate, oh man, that's my favorite. day of class.
I would like to
Y'all,
see that.
can I be the moderator at the next
Man,
debate?
the kids this last 2 years aren't as aggressive, but the last 3 or 4 years prior to that, ask some of the ones that follow me on Instagram. They're very knowledgeable. They're not dumb.
But again, I mean, here it is, okay? Permanently banned off of Twitter. President Donald Trump is now removed from these platforms that act as publishers, in my opinion. Facebook, Instagram,
And they
Twitter,
issued an arrest warrant for him.
Twitch. Oh, did they?
Did you see that?
No.
Who? What?
Iran issued an arrest
oh,
warrant
yeah.
for President
I saw
Trump
that.
Be quiet.
for murdering that general, the Iranian general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
they-
The one who
Great.
gassed all these
he
people?
can't
Yeah,
pardon
that guy.
himself
That
for
guy?
that because that's in Iran.
And speaking of which, I mean, do you see what the Ayatollah always tweets out?
What's that?
Death to Israel.
yeah,
Kill.
yeah, well,
Like there is literal.
just kidding about
like,
that.
Like death to Israel, murder Israelis and Americans. There's the tweet, and guess
That's
who
okay.
still has a Twitter?
That's
Thank
like
you.
Okay, it's just the hypocrisy.
That's like
is
don't
so
mess with
obvious.
Texas. It's okay. You can mess with Texas a little. They don't really mean
That's
it.
the. I mean,
Joe, why do you think the hypocrisy is so strong?
Follow the money.
Yep.
Follow the money.
I-
Who is paying to take Twitter? Who is making so many donations, if you will? Okay? Silicon Valley. Well, it starts with the education. When these social media programmers
There you go.
to colleges and get woke, and now they become in charge of these major corporations that are in charge of social media platforms, they don't have the business sense to say, no, I'm not going to put my personal beliefs involved. But then you got Zuckerberg, you got
Yeah.
Jack Dorsey at Twitter, who, here's my policy. If you don't follow it, you can't be on my platform. I was a loser growing up, and this is my turn to be the bully.
That's
Zuckerberg,
so
you're
true.
still a
And
loser.
it is not. It's, say what you just said before. You said they don't have the what the. What'd you just say?
I'll have to go back to the replay.
No, you made a good point, but
the
a
business
lot of
sense.
them.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Business.
Yeah,
You
business.
said the
a
business
lot of them
sense.
go to school, and our schools make them think this way, and they just can't think outside the box. Or
Exactly.
sometimes
Yep.
for themselves, like me, I tell students now, yo, try to. What skill set do you have? Try to go make money off your skill set first before you go get this job at McDonald's or all the other places. Like, try to make your own money. Why go make $6,000 an hour at McDonald's? You might be able to cut grass
Yep.
and have 3 clients and double your money and probably won't even pay taxes because you're not.
I,
you know what I'm saying?
when I was a teacher, I'm with Coach. When I was a teacher and kids, you know, you had those programs. There's like, you know, they had those programs. There's kids like, here's some summer jobs you guys can do. It's like, listen, you could do those. You can get that experience, make a minimum wage, but follow your heart of what you're passionate about. Don't let anyone. You know, I had kids that are telling me, I want to design video games. Go design video games. If that's what your dream is, that's what your dream is.
I got a question.
So,
Trump is also banned from Shopify. What is
What
that?
is Shopify?
Just when you
so
can't-
Is that
shopping.
Shopify?
so he can't sell
You
his
can't
stuff.
shop?
No, he can't sell his
Oh.
paraphernalia.
It's like,
Oh,
So online.
merchandise.
And
It's
also
merchandise.
E-commerce.
And also,
Y'all ain't getting no more of them hats.
YouTube.
Y'all should have got your
and
hats.
Instagram.
and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. YouTube.
That's unbelievable when you
Y'all
really
gonna
think
get your
about it. He's
hats
still
from the
the
corner
president
store.
of the United States.
And there
gotta
is
be
no
misspelled.
like there
I
is
hate it.
without even proof of
So-
inciting a riot. I mean,
riddle
having
me
a
that.
rally.
That's a question.
It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.